Hey, Laura Jackson here from Discovering Dyscalculia. I'm sitting in my car and I'm thinking about all the ways that dyscalculia is going to impact my daughter's driving experience this summer. She'll be getting her driver's permit and taking driver's ed. And as I look at the dashboard here, I'm noticing, and I've noticed this before, but noticing in a new way all the ways that a sense of number and quantity impact one's experience with driving. I've been thinking about how when she sees the miles per hour sign on the side of the road and it's 25, how is she going to find the 25 on the dashboard where it doesn't exist? There's a 20 and a 30, and that's just going to be something that's going to take her a minute to check, well, where am I? And does my speed match that of what the number I'm seeing alongside the road? It's also going to impact her sense of judgment of space. So being able to estimate space. How much space do I need to back into this parking spot? Or how much space do I need to allow the cars in front of me? I remember when I was taking driver's ed, and I don't know if it's the same now, but you would estimate how far you needed to be based on how fast you were going. So if you were going 50 miles an hour, you needed to give 5 car lengths of distance. All those things are calculations and estimations based on numbers, and that is going to be tricky if you're dyscalculic. My daughter will likely have to find a different way to judge those distances. It's also going to be tricky navigating how much gas she has. How much does she have to get to the next place? And how many miles is it? So when she sees on the dashboard that we have 50 more miles of gas, to have a sense of, well, how much is that? Some other things that are going to be tricky are left and right directions. So she already has trouble just remembering which is left and which is right. I don't know if we're going to be putting stickers on the dashboard of this car or what. The other thing that will be tricky is using the rearview mirror and judging the distance that you will be going backwards. Or the other thing is when you see something in a mirror, that really messes with your left and right direction. I remember when my daughter took theater class in high school this last year, and everything was backwards. So front stage and backstage, and then what was left and right was switched. And it was so complicated to her, and I can imagine it's going to be similar when you're looking at turning left and right and hearing directions from a driving instructor or even your own internal sense or the GPS. And you're doing some of that through the side mirrors and the rear view mirrors. These are some of the things that are really tricky, and a lot of dyscalculic adults have a lot of anxiety and stress about driving. Not only is it just the mechanics of operating the car and being able to turn the right direction and navigate all the numbers on the dashboard, but also navigating time and how much time do we need to get places. And if you have one of those jobs where you have to have appointments in different areas and allow time between appointments, it can be really stressful. So I'm not sharing all this to freak all you all out who either have a dyscalculic child taking driver's ed, or if you just never thought about how dyscalculia impacts driving. But I'm just trying to raise awareness that dyscalculia really impacts these everyday things, and we don't think about it. We just assume having a math learning disability impacts math class, but it's so much more. If you're a dyscalculic adult and you have some great tips or tricks that have helped you navigate driving with less stress and more understanding, would you let me know? Go to my website, discoveringdyscalculia.com, and under the About page, there is a way to contact me there. It just says Contact Laura, and shoot me an email there. Let me know what tips or tricks you have. I'll be sharing those in an upcoming newsletter. I do monthly newsletters, and you can sign up on my website as well for that. But I would love to share some of these tips and tricks that all of you have found helpful as you navigate driving with dyscalculia. To learn more, check out my website, discoveringdyscalculia.com, or subscribe here.